everyone, and happy Black Friday. This is Starting 11, the soccer recap show here on the Let's Get Ready Network, and we're here to talk about the past few days in the World Cup, which have had some interesting results, I
Some
would say.
incredible results. I'll say some
Yeah,
incredible results. Well, this is why you play them. This is why they just don't award it on paper. You have to play the damn thing. Anything can happen. And God damn it, they're showing it right now. This has been bananas. This has been a bananas thing. If this was like the NCAA, everybody's bracket's broken. Not one person.
oh, everybody's brackets are
The
definitely
entire
broken.
world. If anybody predicted some of these, I will call you a witch and have you burned at the stake.
I mean, they do call me the Good Witch of the Midwest.
Oh my goodness, that's true. Well, yeah, it's been a terrific week. I just it's hard getting up at 4 a.m. to watch some football, but that's
Yeah.
why they have replays. I imagine. So yeah, I didn't. Yeah, like I didn't watch every 90 minutes of every game, but I tried to at least get in a good 45, 60 minutes. Fast forward comes in pretty handy. Let me just tell you that.
Yeah, and I haven't seen a lot the last couple of days because of the holiday here in the States. I've got family
Yeah.
visiting, got stuff going on. So I've seen at least highlights of every match, though. So
What's up with America having Thanksgiving at the wrong damn time?
who says that our Thanksgiving is at the wrong time and not yours?
How dare you? That's a pretty rude thing to say.
I
Well,
mean,
yeah, but at least you guys get 4 days off. We do ours on a Monday, so we only get 3 days off. It's a bit of a joke. It's not even paid for. It's ridiculous. Anyways,
I did overhear someone today say, "Holidays screw up what day of the week it is. What day is it? On a day that is literally known as Black Friday, with signs all around us that said Black Friday sales going."
unbelievable, unbelievable.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to football. One thing, okay. First thing I want to know, and maybe the most important question I've asked in quite a while. What the hell is with the goddamn countdown at the start of the game before the first kick?
I don't know. It's weird.
It's dumb. Like, oh
Like
yeah,
there,
like there's a
I,
whistle. There's a whistle for a reason.
yeah, I've seen games that have started before the countdown has finished.
And it's so loud. Do they think everybody's gonna start chiming in and stuff like that? Everyone who's watched football their entire lives and never had to do this? It's just
I
like,
don't
oh
know.
okay, yeah, we're all
It's
gonna count
weird.
down 10, 9, 8 with you guys. Forget it. Dumb. Anyways, straight on to the first incredibly shocking result of the week. Argentina 1 and Saudi Arabia 2. Incredible.
It was.
Unbelievable.
I watched that game live, and I was just like, "What the hell is happening? Like,
This
what?"
game, yeah, uh, it's become a thing. Offside goals. There's been 20, 25 goals called back offside. This
And
one featured a
Argentina had
couple.
what 3 goals called back in
Yeah,
this game?
yeah. So Messi gets a penalty or whatever. I thought, yeah, that yeah, it wasn't a great play in the box, but you know, I've seen worse. But anyways, Messi steps up, scores. Uh, yeah, obviously, right? And then the two offside goals. And I think Martinez was the second one. Messi with the first, and I think Martinez had another one. Uh, but then,
Wasn't there 3?
oh, I can't remember. I remember the
I think
two.
there was 3.
Oh, there may have been. There's been a lot, and this was quite a while ago. This was
Yeah, this
Tuesday
was
now. Tuesday
Tuesday.
seems like forever ago. It really does. This has been crazy. But uh, what is it? Al Sherry scores, and this is going to be something we're going to talk about again right away with Salam. That is awful defending. That is awful defending
Yeah.
in your final third. Like, what is going on? They were a mess. That was an absolute mess. Now, Salam's goal was a beauty. That was a terrific strike. He did everything right, but he was just allowed. He was allowed to walk around. I didn't
Yeah.
understand. Where was the what were these guys thinking? Like there's like already like I don't know if it was the shock of getting scored on, which they shouldn't be shocked because they were so soft. But like I will not understand how they got that second one in there. But kudos to Saudi Arabia. Holy cow. Incredible upset. And yeah. So what do you think? Do you think Messi do there's a chance Argentina doesn't get through?
Mm-hmm.
If there's all that has to happen is teams have to draw them.
Yeah.
One other win in there and Argentina's done. Is could Messi be the best player to never win the World Cup?
Could be.
I think he could be.
I don't see how you can have a performance that soft defensively like Argentina had and be considered a contender.
It was mind blowing. It was mind blowing. You're just saying, where's the pressure? Why are they giving so much space? Where's the hustle? They're just sitting back. They're just creating lanes. I didn't understand it all. It's not like it's not like Saudi
They
Arabia's pressure, 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 pressure. It's just they just
Yeah, it's
gave
like
space.
they had no respect that Saudi Arabia was capable of scoring a couple of goals.
Yeah,
Absolutely no respect for that, and they paid for it.
yeah, they paid for it big time. An incredible result. The next game we're going to talk about Denmark, Tunisia. Not so remarkable.
No, no.
No score, no score for each.
There have been there have been so many 0-0 draws.
I have to say,
There was
um,
one in 2018.
yeah, I have to say though that one call late, it sure looked like it was a handball to me. They ruled nothing. They even went to VAR. It looked like his arm was in an unnatural position. Like no one carries their arm like this, and it goes off the one onto this. But
Yeah,
they don't call it, so it is what it is. The next match was also a scoreless draw, but it was a pretty exciting match. Mexico and Poland, no score. Uh,
great penalty save from
I
Memo
was gonna
Ochoa.
say more than Lewandowski missing. Ochoa was amazing. He was even going the other way. He was going the other way.
Yeah, I
It
put in
was
the
it
LGR
was
Discord. Memo Ochoa just went God mode again at the World
incredible.
Cup. He
Yeah.
does this all the time.
Yep. Dragging Mexico to a point, but they had chances, and then Poland had more chances as well. It was for a nil score.
It was a
It was
pretty
up and down.
exciting game.
Yeah, it was up and down the pitch. It wasn't bogged down in the midfield or anything like that. There was chances.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So let's move on to the first shellacking of the week. Well, since England, France 4-1 over the Socceroos in
Yeah.
Australia. And well, credit to Australia. They get the first goal. We're thinking, oh, is it going to happen again? Is this happening again?
No. No. Everybody was like, "Well, that was fun while that lasted." As soon as France equalized, and then they just carried on from there. France lost Luca Hernandez in that game. Tore his cruciate. That sucks. Um,
So many injuries in this thing. Why are you having
yeah,
it in November? Ridiculous. Why are you
yeah,
having it in Qatar? But why are you having it in November? It's unbelievable. They should have just domed every stadium or something like that. Like, whatever.
yeah,
Uh, yeah. Uh, Giroud making some French history.
yep.
Now he's tied with now a certain former Chelsea man is tied with a certain former Arsenal man.
Let's
Fit,
say that like Giroud is not also a former Arsenal man.
yeah, let's just go on. Uh, yeah, 51 goals for Les Bleus.
Yeah,
Not too shabby. I thought he looked good. Of course, Mbappe was the best player on the pitch, but that's gonna happen whenever he plays. He's just so good. Uh, what else we got here? We got the next game, which is guess what? A scoreless draw.
yeah.
Morocco and Croatia was it was a match, guys.
It was a
It,
match.
it was a match that happened, and they get
Hmm.
results. They get a point out of this. Could be
Yep.
important going forward. Now, I kind of sped through that because the next match, uh, the one that was closest to my heart this week, We got Canada nil and Belgium 1. Now I've watched Canada all through qualifying stuff. I'm not sure how many times you've seen them play, Adelia. What did you think of the match? How did Canada look to you?
I think Canada's a bit hard done by to not get something out of that game. I thought they played really, really well in the
They
game.
they played well. They moved the ball really well. The problem is when it came to the final third and their
Yeah,
finishing was atrocious. They could get there. The ball, even they could get the ball there. Everything was going right. Just the finish. Now, is it a little too much of the moment for these guys? Did it finally sink in? Did they not expect to be playing this well against the world's second ranked team in Belgium?
yeah,
But they had them against the ropes. They had them against the ropes. Uh, Alfonso Davies never should have had that kick. That was that was people on the pitch deciding that he's the best Canadian player of all time. He should be first to score for Canada in a World Cup. It should have been Jonathan David. That was his ball, uh, and you could see the moment on Davies. You could see his face fall. You could see where he was going to kick the entire time because
yeah,
he's looking at the bottom corner the entire time. It's like I'm whatever I do, I got to put it there. This is Thibaut Courtois,
yeah.
and I'll never say a bad word about that man in my entire life. What I will say is probably the best goalkeeper in the world, and you're gonna telegraph that, and you play defense. Why not Jonathan David? Were you
Yeah.
surprised by the selection of Davies for that kick? Because I was
I
shocked. I
was.
was shocked.
I was surprised Davies stepped up to take that kick. You're right. It should have been Jonathan David, or at least one of the forward players. I know Davies seems to play up front for Canada,
Yeah,
which
that weird wing thing or whatever they
yeah,
got going. Yeah,
but it definitely should have been someone for whom scoring goals is more their natural thing.
like the guy who's third in in the league for uh for Lille right now, and Jonathan David
Yeah,
kicking ass in France, but yeah, they take the ball away from. But he's Jonathan David had some chances of his own. It come off his head so soft. Like there was no power to a header in this. It was strange. It was strange. Now I did see that maybe there should have been a couple other penalties called. One was pretty close. One was I couldn't believe there wasn't a penalty call.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, there's some questions about this Zambian ref. I don't know if you heard anything about this, but
No.
living in Canada, I got to hear everything about this. Uh, Supposedly, this is the same ref that a little while ago blew a match dead with fight at the 85th minute. Not only that,
Interesting.
he's been involved in match fixing.
And he's at the World Cup.
He's at the World Cup. He's
Oh
Zambia's
boy.
representative to the World Cup. Yeah, that's who we got drawn for, but it wouldn't matter. Uh, I will again another player. Well, some of my one of my favorite players in the entire world was playing it in Hazard, but Michi Batshuayi, just power, unbelievable power on that boot, and he made no mistake. Canada gave up the one chance, and Michi was gonna bear this thing, and yeah, it really was a shame. Yeah, they gotta realize that it's just playing games now. This is yeah, you've got your World Cup game in, great. Now you have to go do something with it, or else why did you even bother trying? Because that was a little embarrassing, just their effort inside the box. But yeah, they can sure move the ball well. I don't know
Mhm.
if you noticed or if you recognize that offense much at all, but it sure reminds me of some club from London. But there's a lot of press. Not much guys on the defense, but they sure try and get back fast on the back three. So yeah, I thought, I've seen this. I've seen this a couple of times before. But young and you know, I wish they were a little bit taller, but they're
Yeah.
young and fast and strong. Just need more clinical finishing. They could be okay. Did you hear what the coach Sherman said after the game?
No.
about how he's trying to get his players pumped up and stuff like that, and try and get them away from the moment or something like that. And I don't know if it was in an interview or what he said, but he said that they're going to go and fuck up Croatia.
I do kind of remember seeing something like that now that you say that.
Yeah.
That
So
probably not the best thing to have said.
maybe not the best thing he could have said.
Especially to a Croatia team who's coming off a 0-0 draw with Morocco.
And you're going to be angry about that. They're going to be angry about it.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't need to give them any more bulletin board material, but maybe they could shock. Maybe they'll be able to shock Croatia. Maybe if Morocco could hold them, even though there were some good chances, especially for Modric. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it could be frightening what happens on Sunday. But let's move on, because I've already had the last few days to think about that game and pull my hair out and stuff like that. My hair before that game was bright black. It was blacker than black. No light reflect from its surface, and now look at it. This is what one Canada game does. Oh my God, guys, I'm only 22 years old. It's a shame. Now, speaking of close matches, we got Costa Rica 0, Spain 7.
This was nuts to watch.
This is even closer. That's closer than it sounds. Like it was an absolute domination. Spain was merciless.
Yeah.
Poor Costa Rica. May they rest in peace. Well, I guess they still have to show up a couple more times, but oof.
I
Not
remember the
great.
conversation that we had on the preview show about how Spain's problem at the Euros was scoring goals. They didn't have any problems with this
The
against Costa
the
Rica.
year they won, I think they scored 10 goals. The year they
Yeah.
won, they scored 10 goals. They put 7 behind the Ticos. Maybe they're just gonna be all gold out though. Maybe they're gonna fall asleep or something like that for the next couple games. Who knows?
Who knows? But given this and then the result of the other game in this group, they're
We're
in
about to talk about.
pretty good position
I think they're in a good.
already.
I think they're in a good position. Let's talk about that next one. Germany 1, Japan 2.
This
Fabulous result.
this
Wow.
somehow was more shocking to me than the Argentina Saudi Arabia game.
Agreed.
Like
Yeah.
I
This
did
came
not
against
see
the
this
run of
result
play.
coming.
It came against the run of play.
Yeah, it did.
Like with the Saudi game, you could see the soft defense, and just them buckling down, Saudi going in. This was just wow. I couldn't when that first goal got in, I was shocked. I was absolutely shocked, like open mouth shocked. But then that second one goes in. I'm watching the game at I was working. It was before the bar was open, so had the TV, all the TVs going and stuff like that. The guy I'm working with was German, so
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I just hear a no as soon as when the ball comes through or whatever for him. Uh, Unbelievable. Uh, I want to talk about quick Shuichi Gondo and how like awful play to give up that penalty, and uh, it wasn't even the first one that was called. It was the second time when he pushed him down again. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's like
Yeah, it was
from a nothing
stupid.
thing. Yeah, and then give it to Gundogan. And Gundogan was incredible. I thought it was terrific. But from there, after letting that getting scored on for that penalty, he was lights out. Absolutely kept them in that game. Huge saves.
Yeah.
Post as well, or whatever helped. But yeah, Gondo, the real hero, I think. Yeah, and that Sano, that finish from that ball, that's from the very back. That was from the very yeah. You can't say nothing but good things about that pass. But for him to stay on side, and it was tight, but he stayed on side, and just strength, and again another goal from a sub. But yeah, fast, 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 and just so in tight into where he put that ball with such power. Unbelievable. I was thrilled to see that. Germany, again, with a bad run. They're having a bad run of play here in the World Cup. They're paying for that evil World Cup they got a few years back. But yeah, didn't qualify in Russia. And now they're in a bad spot now. So, yeah, who knows? Of course, they should take care of Costa Rica. But
They
that Germany
should.
that Germany Spain game is going to be something. That
Yeah.
yeah, that's going to be really something. What do we got next? Switzerland 1, Cameroon 0. The only thing you can really say about this match, although I really did like the Cameroons. I don't, how do you say it? Cameroonians? Uh,
Cameroonians, I think.
Cameroonians. Uh, I thought they played pretty well. I liked them. I thought they played with quite a bit of speed. Uh, Maybe they deserved a better result, but I thought it was pretty classy of Mbolo uh, when he scores the goal to not celebrate at
Not
all.
celebrate, yeah.
Yeah, that was the class thing. Of course, born in Cameroon but plays for Switzerland. Uh, yeah, I enjoy class like that, and he showed a lot of it there.
Yeah, I agree. And it was a decent goal too.
Mm. It was fine, and he had another chance later on as well. That was they made a good save on, but yeah, Cameroon just a little unlucky not being able to score. I thought they played well, so we'll see how they go going forward. Another super exciting 0-0 draw. Uruguay and Korea. This match wasn't really much anything.
It was a match.
Yeah, it happened. One thing I'll say, it's nice that Luis Suarez didn't bite anybody.
Yes.
I'm always on the chomper lookout for Suarez, the vampire, the Uruguayan vampire. Okay, and a match that started off really like nothing, that ended up being pretty fun. Portugal 3, Ghana 2. Uh, our old buddy Cristiano Ronaldo becomes the first man to score in 5 different World Cups.
My favorite part about this was Ali Wagner was doing commentary on the US feed, and she was
Okay.
very quick to stress he was the first man to do it because Marta had done it first.
Yeah, I made sure I said man too. He wasn't the
Yeah.
first one to do it in a World Cup, but he was
Yeah.
first to do it as a man in the World Cup. I thought the penalty was a makeup call because I didn't see much of it in that one, but uh, he scored that goal in the first half that they called back or whatever, saying he fouled the guy, but it was a clean play. He beat him. So I think the refs knew in their head or whatever, if there's anything close on Ronaldo, they're gonna
Yeah.
they're gonna make it up. Uh, but the Ghanaians didn't quit. They got one right back, tied it up, and then Portugal scores a couple more, and then I thought Leao may have been offside on his. The way they're
There's
counting this
the,
thing is so
there's been
strange.
some weird offside calls,
Yeah,
both called and not called so far.
and then I did enjoy when the Ghanaians brought it back to. Can I say the Ivory Coasters? Can I still say that? No, it's the Golden Coaster. The Gold Coasters. Isn't that where Ghana used to be? The Gold Coast. Uh, when Bakari scores that second goal, he does he does the Ronaldo jump and turn. I thought that was pretty fun.
That was fun.
Yeah, I thought that was fun. I don't think, yeah, poor Ronaldo was going to be too worried about it. Uh,
Nah.
he's had an interesting week.
Just slightly.
He's had an interesting week.
It's an interesting couple of weeks.
I don't know how he's going to feed his family.
No clue.
No, out of a job. Uh, and of course, the rumors are always going to circle around the blue team for some reason. Uh, who knows? If he plays like he's played in that game, like I thought he looked good even until they took him off. I thought he looked fine. There was nothing wrong with him. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he just needs to get
He
out of.
he he
Maybe it's a
definitely
bad
seems
situation.
to he definitely seems to be to have enjoyed this one game that he's played here so far more than the last several in that red shirt
Yeah.
in Manchester. So
Ooh. Yes. Uh, oh, no. Also, here's the other thing. How about that Williams kid hiding in behind
oh,
Costa?
that was great. That
I
was so
call it
great.
the old hidden baseball trick, whipping around or whatever and trying to get it. If he doesn't slip there, does he score and tie the game? If he doesn't slip,
I I
oh,
wish that had come off because that was really clever.
that
And
was God.
the Costa looked like a fool.
Yeah. How does nobody mark him? Nobody was marking him at all.
Nobody.
Like,
But
why was
he
everybody
switched
down?
off entirely.
Everybody's downfield. It's like, guys, there's like a minute left and you're leading. Why are you going downfield?
Yeah,
Yeah, bizarre. Uh, bizarre.
bizarre.
Bizarre. Uh, Next game, not so bizarre. Brazil 2, Serbia nothing.
It
And
took Brazil a while to break Serbia down.
they did, but Serbia wasn't putting up, much of a fight as
No,
trying to get a
they
goal or whatever. They were just
they
defending,
weren't.
defending, defending, and
Yeah,
yeah, they were just taking body blow until finally. And Richarlison, and I guess when Richarlison scores that first one, no one on the pitch had touched the ball less than him.
yeah,
He's like, all right, he just finally shows up and puts one in. Neymar was all over the place, and of course tackled 9 times. I think they said in that game. Neymar out for the rest of the group stage.
yep.
So wasn't there some fucking dummy decided, oh, Neymar was going to be his pick for the golden boot for the tournament?
Might have been.
I, I don't know who that was. Someone
I
not
don't
very
either.
smart. Someone not too smart. Uh, yeah, I really liked Richarlison's second goal. I thought it was pretty special, but yeah, Brazil, not much trouble there.
No.
Now we go on to the second matches or whatever underway, and another. Well, is this a huge? Would you consider this a huge upset? I would not. I consider it a pretty fascinating, a fascinating result with Wales 0 and Iran 2.
Yeah, this was interesting.
Okay, we can skip right ahead to the 84th minute. That challenge by Hennessy. What the fuck
What?
was he thinking?
What was he thinking? Like
What?
what?
Why? Why would you do that? Why
So
would you
far
run
out
out?
of his
Yeah,
net.
you're almost at midfield.
Yeah. That was shocking when I didn't watch that live, but when I heard that had happened and then when I saw it, it was even just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Uh, yeah, terrible. But all of this to say, Iran deserved. Is it Iran? Iran? I'm never quite sure how to pronounce it quite right, but deserved the win. Like this result was on the run of play. I thought they were well, especially when you consider the Iranian team that we saw play against the English, where they just, you know,
Yeah.
they they look like they didn't belong. They did not belong in this tournament.
They look like they
And
cared to play today.
yeah,
And they got a result.
they got. I think they got more. Well, I think they got what they hoped for. Is it more than they deserve? No, because they absolutely put the boots to Wales, and uh, a goal in the 97th minute finally gets passed or whatever, and yeah, a little unlucky for Ward, but you know, them's the
Yeah.
breaks. Iran deserved it. Uh, Throws that group into who knows, who knows
This
what's
group is so fascinating to me.
yeah, bananas, bananas. Uh, okay, let's go on to next. Uh, I know we have our first shocking exit of the tournament.
Oh yeah.
Uh, Qatar 1, Senegal 3. Uh, do you think that Qatar will be gently weeping tonight? While my guitar gently
I
weeps.
don't know. I think they should consider themselves lucky that they scored a goal.
I think
That,
they should be pretty happy that they've scored more goals than Canada has.
I mean, Qatar was always, in my opinion, the weakest team in that group. They were always, in my opinion, going to be the second team after South Africa to be the host nation exiting at the group stage.
Yeah,
They really, I felt, had more of a chance against Ecuador than they would have had against Senegal, like had today, or the Netherlands in the third game coming up. But Senegal looked good today, I thought.
Senegal is in a very good position too.
Yeah.
After the result of the next game, Netherlands and Ecuador tied at 1, and it's the two guys you'd think from the run of play from their last games that are going to score. Did it, and Gakpo again looking good. Valencia again, so Gakpo 2. Valencia gets his third of the tournament,
Mm-hmm.
but goes down in the 84th minute uh, on one of those plays where he's not touched, and that is never good.
Never good.
That's never good. And the ice pack on it. If he is, if he can't compete, neither can Ecuador because he's been everything for them.
Yeah,
He's been a real revelation in this tournament. I hope to goodness that he's good to go. I really do.
I do too.
I've really enjoyed watching him play, and yeah, it'd be a shame if he had to go or whatever, and especially when he didn't have to be on the pitch. Why was he still out there? Like you're, I don't know, whatever. Trying to go for the win. It's like, no, just shut it down. Shut it down.
Yeah.
Take your point. Take your point. You'll be thrilled with a point against them. But you are, you can't fault anybody to go for the win. You can't fault anybody. And going for the win never crossed the English manager's mind today for some
Oh
reason.
boy.
What a horrible selection. He's been, yeah. I think Southgate, depending on the results of this tournament, is going to be uh, with Ronaldo on the food stamp line. But 0-0 score. USA. Uh, which team were you pulling for today?
Boy, I wonder.
Okay, so you pulled for England. I get it. I Do you think this is
Um,
the biggest battle between USA and England since 1776?
no.
All right, good. Because they just won
Um,
1812.
England have never beaten the United States in a World Cup.
Yeah, I saw it, eh?
It's
Uh,
crazy.
a win and 2 draws. Is that what they said? Pretty good.
I think so. Yeah.
Pretty good. Uh, yeah, it was an odd selection. Harry Kane is not the same player
Yeah.
internationally as he is domestic. Wow. Just
Yeah. He did
what?
have a chance right towards the end of the game
That
to
was
score, and he
awful.
missed it terribly.
Made a meal of a header. Usually, and that's his bread and butter. This is how he scores goals is
Yeah,
set
I
pieces.
was convinced that they had just won the game when that ball went in, and then he just
Unbelievable. Yeah, made an awful mess. Way wide. There was never any trouble. Never really any trouble at all on your goalkeeper today.
no. I thought
Yeah,
Matt Turner, for the little that he had to do, was really good.
yeah.
Um, I thought that the midfield sort of was the much better midfield than the English midfield. I didn't realize that Declan Rice was playing for the first half of that
Unbelievable.
game.
Yep.
And then they were started talking about Declan Rice. I was like, Declan Rice is in the game?
Hmm.
Mason Mount was where? Jude
He had
Bellingham I at least noticed a few times, but
Mount had one. He had a good chance. It was the two Chelsea boys, Sterling to Mount, and Mount put it
yeah.
low and stuff like that. And yeah, he had a good chance at it. Another good Chelsea lad, Pulisic, did what Pulisic does and turned a great chance into a shot off the bar.
Yeah.
It's common. I was not surprised.
I wasn't either. I've seen a lot of Christian Pulisic.
I wish he would have
Um,
done better. If he would have scored, I would have been so happy for him. But
yeah.
yeah,
That
okay.
being said, I
You know,
still think that we played pretty well. We played a much better complete game this time than we played against Wales. Because against Wales, we were lost in the second half. This game, I thought, was much better as a
This
complete game.
this game has set up uh, of what could be a phenomenal matchup with the U.S. and Iran. Yeah, who saw that coming? Who saw
No
this
one.
coming? Like a draw doesn't get America through. They have to
No.
win. They
You have
have
to
to
win.
win. So yeah, unbelievable. And Wales, do they go back home? Do they go back to Cardiff with their dragon tail between their legs? Do they put up a fight against England? I know those two don't like each other. They do
Yeah.
not like. They may
They're
share the
they're
same
gonna have to do
common
it
bond.
without Wayne Hennessy.
Yep. Well,
Uh,
I like Danny Ward. Like
Danny Ward's good
yeah,
backup to have.
yeah. I thought they were in a good position to have Ward there or whatever, but and he comes on so cold or whatever. It's like that first shot and whatever gets by him. It's like, oh boy.
Yeah,
And then the
and
second one, and then the second one.
the biggest thing about these two results today is that not only do Wales have to beat England now, but they have to overcome the -2 goal difference that they have compared to the US's 0 goal difference from the
Yep.
two draws. So I think it's something like the US can get through on a draw if Wales beats England by 4 goals or something like that.
Yep.
Not going to happen.
It's going to be tough. They need to win. But why can't they? I think they can take Iran. Why not?
Yeah,
But
I think we can.
in this tournament, you
The
can say all
problem
this
we've
stuff.
had,
You never know.
yeah, the problem we've had in this tournament, and the problem that I foresaw us having in this tournament is we don't really have a true striker that can score the goals.
Yeah, if you're depending on McKennie there, yeah, I don't think he looked sharp at all with the ball on his foot. I thought he could find he was good finding spaces to go. He knew where to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the ball leaving his foot could left a lot to be desired. Uh, Maybe that hair dye got a little too close to his head. Maybe it just burnt out the
He's
part of the
also
brain
played
that's
like this
ball
was
in the
his
net.
second game since the start of like October or something. Like he's missed the last several weeks for Juventus with a quad injury. I thought they took him off the field today because A, he was on a yellow card and we didn't need him suspended for the Iran game, and
Yeah.
B, he's just not match fit. And that's a problem with a lot of the US players is they're coming off injuries or they're
Bullshit.
not playing exactly, or they're not playing at their clubs and they're not match fit. And so I think we can beat Iran, but it's going to be difficult.
I think you guys should. I think you guys should beat Iran. Uh, we're gonna go through some stuff here in a minute. We'll see who picks what. But one thing I want to mention with the selection by Southgate and the goddamn substitutes he put in, like Jordan Henderson.
That was interesting to me.
Phil Foden never touched the pitch.
Yeah.
How does Phil frigging Foden stay on your bench?
Yeah.
When you
Especially when you're looking for a goal. Like, I don't get it.
What does this kid do? He's in a fucking club, then all they do is score goals. That's all they do. Unbelievable. Yeah, I think, Southgate is going to be under the microscope at home. I'm sure of it. And I don't know if it's going to go well for him. Because, you could put a lot of this result on him. But you could also put a lot of it on the American players, just saying, we weren't going to lose today. So they did good. I thought they played. I thought they played quite well, especially when you take a look at the two sides and the talent, and you think, okay, where this should end up. But America, wanted to celebrate Black Friday right and get a draw. All right. Okay. So Adelia, we're all caught up. Now, we got games this weekend, and we got games Monday before we're back here on the starting 11 Monday night. We have a chance that we can actually do some predicting. Who do we think is going to get results here? We're going to go through it quick because I think we're making pretty good time. We're right in my sweet spot. So, so I want to get through it quick. Okay. First off, we got Tunisia, Australia.
Draw.
I was gonna say the exact same thing. I don't see. I don't see a reason why anybody should win that game, which is kind of harsh. Uh, Poland and the Saudis.
I'm gonna go for Poland.
Okay. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I want to convince
Poland are in a
myself.
position where they have to get a result against Saudi
Yeah.
Arabia.
That's what I'm saying. I want to put down Saudi Arabia, but I just think Poland's defense was better. So yeah, I'm gonna say Poland as well. France and Denmark.
France.
Say France. Do I say that this could be a draw? I'm gonna go for a draw here.
Okay.
I think this could be. I think Denmark's defense is pretty well. Argentina, Mexico. Ooh, this could be an interesting match too.
This I could see being a draw.
Okay. I'm gonna think that Argentina pulls its socks up here. And it's gonna be an angry Messi. It's gonna be angry Messi. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Next day we have Japan, Costa Rica.
Japan.
Yeah. Yeah, those poor Ticos. Those poor Ticos. Uh, Speaking of poor, here we got Belgium, Morocco.
Belgium.
Yep. Now, this could settle the show continues or not. Just kidding. Croatia and Canada.
I think I think the Canadians impressed me more than the Croatians did, so I'm gonna go with Canada.
Our home and native land. Our true patriot love. Okay. Since they both have the same thing, I better do like a little maple leaf. And I am going to. Does Canada win? Can Canada win? Can they hope for a draw? They look so good defensively. They just let in that one thing. Can they score against the Croatians? Do the Croatians have Thibaut Courtois in net?
No.
Oh, they don't.
No.
Okay, I'm going Canada. Canada. Oh, I hope I'm right. Oh, we're right. Oh, we get that one right. Oh, and which may be one of the most important games of the early tournament, Spain and Germany.
I don't think Germany looked terrible in their game against Japan, but Spain looks so good.
Mm-hmm.
Germany ostensibly probably has to beat Spain at this point.
If they don't, it's over. If
Yeah.
Spain wins, it's over.
I just don't know where the goals are really coming from for Germany.
Yeah. Well, Gundogan, he like I said, he looked phenomenal. Kai Havertz had that one taken back offside. That's how Kai
I'm
Havertz
gonna go for
scores.
Spain. I think Germany
Okay.
gets knocked out for the second World Cup in a row.
Wow. What a result. Do I think now? Do I think Germany can win? Yes. Do I think they will win? That's the thing. Can I see a draw? Can I see a draw? Can Spain just play not to lose? Will that hurt them if they do? I'm going to go. Let's make it fun, and I'll say Germany. Let's make that one fun. Speaking of fun, Cameroon, Serbia is the next game. That is fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Cameroonians because I
I
like
think
to
I am
say the
too.
name.
I think
Ooh,
I
very
am too.
nice. Very nice. Poor Mitrovic. Gonna get mad at me, but that's fine. Korea and Ghana.
Ghana showed me more than Korea did, so I'm gonna go Ghana.
Okay, I'm gonna say that's a draw.
Okay.
Now, the next one, Brazil and Switzerland.
Brazil.
Yeah, I could see Switzerland putting up more of a fight, but I'm gonna say that Brazil wins as well. And their last match before we're back on the air, Monday night, Portugal, Uruguay, and this could be a good match to watch too.
It could be a really good match. I'm gonna say Portugal.
Okay. Now, Uruguay needs the result here. Do they have enough? Well, Portugal still gave up 2 goals and looked a little sloppy at points. I'm gonna say I'm gonna go different. I'm gonna go Uruguay. All right. So we are set. We can tally it up for Monday, and we'll see who's the prognosticator. It could be any one of us. Who knows? Who knows with this thing? It could be
Yeah, who knows?
bananas. Every single one of these could be wrong. Every single one. I hope not the
Yeah,
Canada one. I hope the Canada one's right.
yeah. It'll be interesting to see if they go back to the 9, 11, whatever it is, minutes of added on time in every game except this USA England game today, where it was 1 minute at halftime and 4 minutes after the second half.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens
It
when
made
not
no
much goes on.
sense.
There's not much
Yeah.
going on. They don't have to
There's
review
not much
anything.
going on in some of the other games.
Well, at least if there's goals or something like that, or offside goals and stuff like that, they can go and they have to go take a look at the VAR. They count that in, right?
And that stuff I can understand. But some of these games, there hasn't been
Ridiculous.
that, and there's been 9 minutes of added on time. This
Yeah.
game, 4.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's only 30 something degrees outside. All
Yeah.
they're doing is running around for 45 minutes straight. Why not give them an
Let's
extra
make them
10?
play more.
Yeah. Who was it? Oh, it was the Croatian, or it was the Croatians. They were talking ahead about uh, the game against Canada, and someone was talking to him, and he said, I think it was Modric who was on the mic or whatever, talking about how. All we can do is go out there for 90 minutes, said, or in this tournament, 100 minutes. So it's like, yeah, he gets it.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's it for now. Gosh darn, 2 episodes a week of this.
Yep.
But we're gonna be here for through the qualifying or whatever. I guess we need to do too. After that, who knows? We'll figure it out as we go along. Guys, make sure you stay tuned to this very channel, our YouTube channel. Try and put in shorts when we can if I get a minute. Unfortunately, most of this stuff happens while I'm working, so I try and
Yeah.
find a minute to go and put something up. But I'll see if I can get myself a little bit more time. Maybe I'll just go do it in my office or whatever, and just close the doors and be in the big white void of my office for a little while, and then I'll try and put some more content out there, and so you guys don't forget what I look like until then. But how could you?
This episode is going up on our audio feed. It'll be up on YouTube soon. Still working on getting everything up on the new YouTube channel. That YouTube channel, there will be a link in the description to that YouTube channel. Please go subscribe over there so that when the starting 11 episodes start being up on the channel, you can watch them.
Yeah, lucky you.
And then we've got our merch store, store.letsgetreadynetwork.com. You can get starting 11 merch there, as well as other shows on the Let's Get Ready Network. And join our Patreon, patreon.com/LGR_network. $1 a month gets you into our Discord, where you can talk about the World Cup and hang out in voice chats with people like me and Snark. It's a great community over there. Join us.
I'm going to be there as soon as we're done this, supposedly. So there you go.
Yeah.
Seems like we're always doing it. I'm just trying to hang out, for God's sakes. I don't know why.
Heaven forbid. We actually like each other.
That's true. Okay. Until Monday, then, guys. I don't know what's a good thing to say. Au revoir. I'm trying to make it all World Cuppy.
Talk to you Monday.